Welcome back. You're tuned in Chartbusters here on CNBC-TV18. At least for the time being, there's some bit of stability that's coming into the markets after an hour of trading action. So we have bounced up close to around 57 points from the low point of the day. 17,350 becomes the first hour low. Let's see whether or not we can defend that and fight back. Remember, the 200 DMA is at around 17,430, and the bulls would like to get above that level. For the time being, let's invite our second corporate on the show, Sarda Energy. Remember, they successfully bid for mining operations at the Kalyani underground mine. What does this mean? What is the revenue potential? And when did they start operations? Mr. PK Jain, Director and Group CFO of the company, joins us on the show. Hi, Mr. Jain. Congratulations, first of all, on winning this particular mine, getting the right to operate it. Could you tell us, I'm aware that you'll be sharing close to 4.5% with SECL. But what is the potential revenues that you could see or potential mining quantity that you can come out with from this particular mine, and by when?
Yeah, very good morning, Nigel. Thanks for the congratulations. This mine we have won as a developer, and it will take about 2 to 3 years to commission the mine and start production. In third year, we expect to start some production. And at the initial estimates, based on the initial estimates, we will be extracting about 2 lakh tons of high-grade gold from this mine every year. And the third year, it should start the production. And it should give revenue in the range of about 180 crores to 200 crores. Okay. In the range of.
So, the line is not very clear, Mr. Jain, but 2 lakh tons is what you're talking about, and revenue potential of 180 crores plus. So you're factoring in the coal price that you'll be selling it at will be close to 9,000 rupees plus. Are we getting that correct?
Yeah. It will be 9,000.
And you'll have to share 4.5% with SECL as per the winning tender. But how much margin can you make besides that on this particular 180 crores? What kind of EBITDA number can you look at?
Should give a reasonably good margin. It's very difficult to give initial estimates at this stage. Let the process complete and let us acquire all the required land and etc. So it will be very difficult, but it will be giving reasonably very good margin.
All right, reasonably good margins. You will not be able to quantify that, Mr. Jain. In the past, your ferroalloy business has dragged the profitability, and this is due to one part shutdown. Secondly, due to high cost coal inventory that you were sitting on. Just wanted to know if that is extinguished, and will you return to profitability in this quarter, or if not, then by when?
No, in this quarter, definitely it will be better than the previous quarter, but not. It will be giving the EBITDA positive, but not material margins, because there is not much of the improvement in the prices so far as the ferroalloy is concerned. Oh. Yes, because of the inventory losses, but we were having, there won't be any inventory losses on that count. We will be in the profit in the ferroalloy segment also.
So at least it turns back into the black from the last quarter. Great news. Okay, let's talk about the pellet prices, and that's something that the street always wants to hear from players like you and Godavari Power as well. Now, for the past quarter, the average realization you got was 8,150. But a lot has changed now. You have the option of exports, on the ground traction as well as there. So what is the current average price of pellets? Point number one. And for 9 months, you've sold close to around 390,000 tons. What do you end the year with in terms of pellet sales? And for FY24 as well, what can pellet sales look like?
Yeah. So far as pellet prices are concerned, present pellet prices are in the range of 10,000. 9,800 to 10,000 is the present price. But the average should be somewhere in the 9,500 range for the quarter.
Okay.
So far as
and volumes, what kind of volumes can you do?
We should be able to produce complete 100% of the capacity of 8 lakh tons in the quarter, in the year.
Now, how much will you sell, sir? How much will you sell? Because you'll consume some of that in-house as well. For this year, how much will you sell?
This year, our sales should be somewhere in the range of 5 lakh tons.
5 lakh tons from what, 394 that you've done in the first 9 months, right?
5 lakh tons plus.
Okay. And what will the blended EBITDA margins for your company look like? Just trying to understand what the EBITDA in this year could be. It was what, 850 crores in the first 9 months?
It will be very difficult, and it will not be fair on our part to give any figures before the results are published. But yes, broadly it should remain in line and might be slightly better than the previous quarter.
Okay, the EBITDA big contribution is going to come from the hydropower project, right? And that's got commissioned, and that's gradually ramping up. So what is the EBITDA contribution you'll get from this project?
Which particular project you are talking about?
The 113 megawatt project that got commissioned. So that will give you some additional EBITDA, plus you already had exposure out there. So the total contribution from the hydro vertical will be how much? EBITDA.
Yeah, EBITDA from the hydropower project. This project was commissioned in the June 2021.
Okay.
So last year it had an impact on last year's profit. Also included the EBITDA of the hydropower project.
Okay.
And during the 9 months, we had EBITDA of about from hydropower projects. All hydropower projects, we had EBITDA of about 218 crores in 9 months.
Okay.
It will slightly go from here because this is the lean season. Last quarter is lean season. So it will not materially increase. Yes, it will increase from here, but not materially.
So 218 crores is from the entire hydro vertical. The EBITDA is 218, right?
218 in the 9 months.
So in the 9 months. And you say, so on a steady state basis, for next year as well, it will contribute close to around 240, 250. Is that a fair number?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So just plugging in the numbers then, you have additional capacity that, your pellet sales will be good. You also look at integration because of some coal projects, you're getting some captive coal, plus your iron ore as well, there'll be some captive iron ore coming in there. Putting all this together, give us a rough understanding, sir. What can the EBITDA number look like?
EBITDA number for 9 months we have already published. That is about 870 crores, in the range of 870 crores including other income. Operating EBITDA, if you see, that should be somewhere about 850 crores in the 9 months. So it should improve from here with the additional increase in the capacity and improvement in the capacity utilization of the pellet plant, and maybe the coal mines will also, we will ramp up the coal mine capacity of the existing running coal mine.
That's what we're trying to get, sir. You said it will improve because of these factors. How much do you think it can improve by? If you could give us a rough percentage, rough range. I understand you won't be able to give us exact numbers, but some sort of direction?
As you know, we are in the commodity business, and which is subject to heavy price fluctuation. So it's very difficult to give any direction on that. But one thing is certain, yes, there have been new projects which have commissioned hydropower project. We have consistent EBITDA. Yeah, there won't be any material deviation. So far as hydropower business is concerned, there won't be material deviation on the EBITDA side.
Okay.
But yes, as far as the steel and the ferroalloy business, it is subject to cyclicality. So it's very difficult. But yes, new projects are adding in our business that will add to the EBITDA.
Correct.
And we feel it should improve from here.
Okay, so 850 crores is what you've done for 9 months. If I try to extrapolate that number, you'll be ending this year itself with a number of close to around 1,150 crores approximately. And you believe that some part of the business as well will be protected. So I think it'll be fair to assume a EBITDA number of around 1,100 to 1,200 crores for the coming year, right, for FY24.
So, but we have stated when you compare with the third quarter, it should be better considering the price improvement in the steel segment.
Yes.
It should have a
so 1,150 or 1,200 crores for FY24 is gettable.
Now, based on that can be worked. No.
Okay, all right. We tried our best, Mr. Jain. Thanks so much for stopping by and giving us a sense in terms of the business outlook and focusing on a couple of verticals as well. We'll slip into a short break, but here's a quick programming note. On the 14th of March, CNBC-TV18 will host what will be India's largest summit on gender parity in Delhi. Women leaders from all walks of life will come together to brainstorm and help take decisive steps to bridge the gender inequality that exists in India and across the globe. The event starts at 4:30 p.m. on the 14th of March, and you can catch all the live action right here on CNBC-TV18.